Yes.
Alright, so our last video was last Friday. Today is Tuesday, July 1st. And it's still smoky, but as you can see, there are trees and mountains, just like we said there was.
We told you they were there and that they were close.
Yeah, so it now shows that they exist. However, we've still got a lot of smoke lingering in the area. The higher we go, the less we have. Our elevation works in our benefit. But it's definitely...
What was not visible before is visible now.
Yeah, you can actually see for miles rather than half a mile. we usually have pretty good visibility up here and get some really good visibility up here, especially in the summer when it's so clear and hot. But with all these fires in the area, there's nowhere to look where you're not going to see smoke or be surrounded by noxious fumes. A friend of mine said that the parts per inch were extremely high in Ukiah this last week, and although someone said that there was no use in wearing a mask because the parts were too small, we figure, you know what, it's better than nothing. It surely will stop something, and the other suggestion was to
and it does help.
Take it from the one who's been wearing the mask for the last week. She says it helps.
I have had about 50% less asthma attacks.
Yep. So, and of course then there's the people who go to the coast, and I guess the coast isn't all that much better than here, but you've definitely got the breezes off the ocean, which probably helps. So grab your friends and family, either go to the coast or head for higher grounds, but I promise we're not flooding. If we're flooding, then you'd be screwed going to the coast.
Yes.
Especially if it was a tsunami. We'd be safe in my house, I'm up too high. A note for evacuation warnings in the future. Go to her house. All my friends will live with me. I'm sure my parents will be thrilled.
I can imagine it now.
Oh my god, I've got all the children. I might go insane myself. So that in front of us, those are the mountains, and just a few corners away from the rock quarry that we really couldn't see last time we did this video. So we admit it's better. We admit it's not better yet.
Oh, and mountains on that side that weren't visible.
Yeah, we couldn't even see the ones on the right side here. So they do exist. They do exist.
We weren't making shit up.
So, and then
look, I can see.
We can see trees, yay, it's green. As you can see, we're the Golden State.
Woo.
So, and on the left side you can see that there is a valley down there that was completely hidden by smoke when we did this last time. There was nothing down there. It literally looked like it was flat because it was so filled with smoke that you couldn't see anything else. But it's definitely better now. There's a retirement community down there, and there's a charter school, and I would be really surprised if the charter school didn't cancel class had they been in session. But thankfully it's summer, so I guess that's one blessing on the timing. Gotta love fire season. It definitely makes things interesting.
And more mountains that we couldn't see before.
Yep. We actually have blue sky.
Trees. Yes.
And the sun looks white and yellow rather than hot pink.
Yes.
So
I prefer the darkness, but
yeah,
I like the cleaner air.
Yeah, being able to breathe is definitely a bonus.
That sign wasn't visible. Am I getting that sign? Probably not.
Maybe. You never know. So it's definitely better. As you can see, we're pretty clear when we get up here to almost 2,000 feet. But once we start going back down into Willits, we'll start seeing the smoke around us again. And up in Brook Trails, we're pretty clear.
And down there is where there is a valley.
Yes, there's a valley down there. And there's a rock quarry right on the corner up here, the one that was invisible until we were right up on it.
Even then
it was a shadow, sort of. You couldn't really tell if it was thick smoke or a mountain.
Yes.
So, and it's over here on the left-hand side as we come around this corner.
And trees.
And trees.
And mountains.
Trees exist. They really exist.
Yes, there are lots of them where we are.
They're probably very happy they got all that carbon dioxide in the air. rock quarry.
Yes, right there. See, it is very close and
Yeah, it's literally
big.
right next door. And yet we couldn't see it before. Hey, we have new road! Yay!
New road, everybody. Clap your hands. Or the steering wheel. That works too. Oh, and that sign that you could barely see.
Yeah, and the sign that we had to really look for is right up here on the right.
Oh, and on the other side of this road, there's stuff that you could
There's a
not see last
restaurant
time.
and a hotel on the left-hand side. And there's the Ridgewood Summit sign. So this basically shows we're up at almost 2,000 feet.
And a purple truck. I just like purple.
And thankfully no cops, but... And there's a CDF guy. Wave to the CDF guy.
Hello.
Hello. We love you. We aren't burned down yet.
Yes, they are saving us from dying.
Yeah.
A horrible, burny, smoky death.
Fire or ice?
Ice.
Ice. We prefer ice, you never know. The way this planet goes. Could be fire.
I would much prefer ice.
Yeah.
That way I could die toasty warm.
Just snuggle up. Eventually we'll freeze and we'll be asleep already.
Yeah,
It'll
I'll
be
be
easier.
sleeping and
So
I'll
much
be
easier.
toasty warm, and then suddenly it'll drop below freezing, and
That'll be
we will all freeze to death because we will be frozen solid,
Yep.
like the woolly mammoths.
So that in front of us was starting to get so smoky we couldn't see it, even as we were coming down the hill last time. And those mountains in the distance were non-existent.
Yes.
So now you can see the fact that there are mountains up here, that we're in a small range, the coastal range, and that
Yes.
we're not in the middle of a smoke room in the 1900s parlor.
I think they had cleaner air.
They might have, yeah. Less additives in the cigars and cigarettes. And, well, I don't have